Okay, y'all. Sorry about I hate when the videos break up into like two parts, but I don't know what's up with YouTube. It's been disconnecting, not uploading. Y'all know how it goes on here. So, not giving the notifications. So, here we go. Some of you might be having communication blockages. So, we're still on number 5. Those of you who chose fire quartz, we still have number 6 to go, and the subconscious cards that are for everybody who was interested in this reading. So some of you definitely have heavy mental burdens, big communication blockages. I feel like even like continuously, like if you always have like bronchitis and laryngitis and even pneumonia or something like that, or like migraine, just things with your throat or with your mind, your communication or your way of thinking, things that weigh that down. That is something that is as a result of this blockage of not being able to power through to really claim your own, like your throat chakra, your communication, and your third eye, your visions, like what it is that you see that you're trying to make happen. Some of you might be having to talk about things that are very like, or you need to talk about things that are very like gruesome, very abusive, very unseemly. Like you're carrying the burden for everybody. So you might need to unpack family history. So some of you, part of powering up is to go and talk to a counselor or whatever is your form of therapy. Like I said in the other video, if it's, writing, I know somebody who they're Aquarius moon. So when they have a breakup and they have a lot to unpack, they would go and they have like a secret blog that no one knows is connected to them. And they just like write these posts about their relationship and how horrible it was and every absurd thing that happens. And other people, read it and like get support and like amusement and stuff from it. And that's their way of kind of unpacking things. But there's no way to tie it down to the people it actually comes from. So that's their way of dealing with it. So whatever is your unique way, there's a lot of communication that needs to be had, and there's like this release of burden of anxiety and like feeling like you can't share what it is that you've been so concerned about. You're really carrying this on you. The universe is your card from the Duality Tarot or Oracle deck. It just says deck, it doesn't say Oracle. So for you like literally it's like not just the weight of the world, but the weight of the universe, like the fate of humanity and Mars, and the moon is on your shoulders, and you have these huge concepts. Both of these are very Aquarian cards, so you might be dealing with an Aquarius or a Sagittarius, or those could be what is those signs in your chart could be what is making this happen. Aquarians and Sagittarians actually do have huge minds. So finding your place in the universe, finding yourself in the middle of an existential crisis could be important to allow yourself to ground, like allow yourself to become empowered and not just like, oh my God, the universe is taking over me. I have no control of my experiences. I have no control of anything. And yes, that has gotten you a lot of experience, but it's also left you with like a lot of burden that you didn't need to have, and a lot of cleanup to do. So take control in that. And then you have serenity with dove. Slow down, pause, and breathe. Yes, which it takes control to do. It takes control to stop in a crazy situation, or when we're having anxiety attacks or asthma attacks or verbal attacks from others, and to breathe and to find that place of peace within ourselves, and to know that we're deserving of serenity, that the universe works all in, a flow that is, it works, right? The orbits and the days and the nights and everything, it works. To allow yourself to pause and realize that it's not, although it's like your voice is very much needed, I feel like you could have a very dominant place in your community and speaking on tough issues. At the same time, like everything's not going to end, if it's not done in a way. We always continue to move forward. So, and that's the balance that you need to seek. Is you might surge between on one side feeling like, no, I'm the only one who can do this, I'm the only one who has this point of view and who can communicate this, and then on the other side feeling like You know, what does it matter if I say everybody has their opinion? Anybody could talk about this kind of thing. So there's a balancing point. There is your unique spectrum, your unique viewpoint that we so much need in humanity and in the universe. But then there's also the fact that you have many relatable points, and that's okay. It's okay to be relatable to others. And so unpack some of that. Let some of that relatable stuff be handled by other people. Okay, so that is your power reading. Dove is your power animal. So look and see where Dove's power is, and that's where you'll find keys of how to unpack your own power and power up. For those of you who chose red calcite, which is number 6, ooh, glisten and shine. I like that shiny side right now. Okay, we have the Tarot Apocalypse. 10 of Wands again. So if you chose more than one, which sometimes people do, you're doing too much. Again, we have this idea of carrying too much like universal energy and past burdens and things that are just unknown that need to be released or made known with you. Has a big energy of like proving yourself though. Like you feel like you have to prove yourself. You have to like just go above and beyond, or like there could definitely be like this chip on your shoulder energy. Like you're always looking for the attack or the defense, or like I'm going to do it all myself and then you can't tell me anything kind of feeling that is getting in the way. And this comes from childhood. 6 of Cups, this could be an attitude you carry with your siblings, kind of a competitive attitude, or you might feel like you have to carry them, provide, protect for them, whether it's because of spiritual reasons, traditional reasons, or just ancient history. Literally, it could be past life stuff. Absolutely. The same with children. So you might feel like you lose your power when it comes to siblings, when it comes to children, when it comes to just even the thought of like soulmates. Like I have no control. Like that's the only person I can be with. Or this person gets all my power because we're soulmates, and that's just the dynamic that we have. Or this is just the dynamic that I have with my sister. I just have to suck it up. And this is saying no. This is something to release yourself from, to find the good, sweet, good things in that connection, but to not allow the toxic to persist anymore, and to heal that, especially if it's a repetitive thing from this life or many lives. But it is time to put a foot down when it comes to maybe one of your children, someone who grew up with you in youth, or somebody who, sorry, that was my necklace. I was fiddling with my necklace and I realized that's like a weird sound. Or somebody who is, a sibling, or that you've had a soulmate kind of relationship with. Movement with the bees and the flowers and the honeycomb and our honeycomb kind of hair. Movement. So it's time to move forward, but the thing is, you're trying to move forward carrying all of this and it's not working. It's not working. You're giving all of your energy, your power, even energetically. Even if you don't really let this person walk over you anymore, energetically you are still connected to these people, and it keeps you from being able to move forward and glean your own like honey that you've prepared. It's like you're working hard and they're getting all the juice of it, all the sweetness from it. So you might not even realize that like you're doing work and then it doesn't even appear like you're going anywhere, but then they're having an easy time because energetically it's like you're pushing all your blessings to them out of this cycle that's been happening, and that's taking away from your power. So hawk, focus. So I see Sagittarius energy. There could be Scorpio energy. There could be Aries energy. Yeah, there could be, if you see a few different signs here, Leo, Libra, Gemini. So hawk, choose your priorities and eliminate all distractions. So it's saying right now, this connection with this person, maybe not the whole thing, but whatever is that power struggle thing, it's a distraction and it should not be your priority anymore. Maybe your own children should be your priority instead of taking care of everyone else's. Or maybe it's time to be okay with taking care of your own life instead of your siblings or your lovers or whoever. It's time to move forward and to be kind of like, the queen bee of your situation. Others you can still connect and have nostalgia and encourage each other, but you have to have, this is Sansa and Jon Snow, you have to each kind of rule your own kingdoms. No use kind of fighting over them. And hawk here, is that foresight, focus, go out and, hunt for what you want. Make sure you're feeding yourself, taking care of yourself. And that's very important at this time, to have a more pointed, fierce, way of dealing with your sense of self and your place of empowerment. So not a defensive, angry, reactionary, kind of way, which is what's been happening now because you feel like you're boxed in and it's because of them. This is more like I'm moving forward. I know what I want. Like I'm light. I'm not carrying any baggage anymore. I'm not carrying anybody. I'm not letting you have the sweetness of my victory. I'm not going to let you swoop in on me and get my kill, my prey, my, accolades and everything that I've worked for. And then you sit here like you did all the work. And like you're, no, that's not how it is. And that it's okay. It's okay for me to claim that because it's my life. And I have to, I have to be the center of my life and take care of myself. So, that is for those of you who chose red calcite. Yay. I love empowerment, guys. Don't be afraid of empowerment. If everyone truly felt at peace and empowered with themselves, the world would be a much different place. Hi. Thank you for watching. All right. And so for everybody, the last card or the last set of cards, but this is for everyone, regardless of which one you pick. This was the subconscious kind of overall collective energy for the reading. Let's see what we have here. How to power up and stay in power, power through. Okay, we have temperance. And this is beautiful. Like, this is like realize an alchemy in your own life. Realize that, power looks like a bit of this and a bit of that. It's a bit of fierceness and a bit of empathy. It's a bit of like this, like crazy drive and passion and wildness. And it's a bit of, taking a knee and recalibrating and taking advice and using wisdom. And so everybody's is going to look a little bit different depending on what their life path asks of them and, what's necessitated. Someone who is working with children for their life path needs a different type of power than somebody who is out on the front lines for civil rights. So I think this is very cool. It's encouraging you to be okay with embracing your own sense of power and what that looks like for you and seeing how beautiful that is. Magic. Okay, so some of you definitely could do, if you do any type of magic or, lighting a candle or intentions, temperance and magic together. If you want to, like encourage yourself, whether you just light a candle and meditate if that's your thing, or you go out into nature and that's your type of magic, but basically doing it for yourself of I'm going to be empowered. So whether that's an affirmation, an actual working a honey jar to sweeten yourself to your own like sense of power and self-esteem, however your magic looks and your beliefs look, setting an actual time aside just to work on your own empowerment, just to make sure that you are full and whole in and of yourself and feeling very courageous and confident and putting yourself out into the world, which is beautiful. Ten of Swords reversed. So needing to power through endings, and this is like really big because it says traitor on it. And that, whoa, that like, that hits the gut right there. Because we were programmed that if we're too much of ourselves, if we, stand out, that we are being traitorous to the group, right? That we have to be kind of this group mind or this hive mind, and that we're not supposed to branch out and have a sense of success and our own kind of shine, which is actually the opposite of nature. We all deserve to thrive. All wildflowers thrive. And that's what makes such a beautiful field together. That's what makes the collective whole and beautiful. So some of you need to power through that feeling that you're betraying others or that you are, being a traitor to people that you love just because you stand up for yourself or you found a sense of self-love or confidence, all right? Or that you found your magic. And this this makes sense. Moose, authority, you know what is best for you. So if you've come to watch this video, you're a bit of a rebel, and this is just your permission to let that rebel out if you haven't, that you deserve to be the own authority in your life, to really know what's best for yourself and not to be condescended to not be taken advantage of or misused, and to really trust yourself if you've come to watch this video that you will connect to your own sense of power. You will make it through whatever task is at hand, and that you do know what is best for you. All right, so thank you for my watcher, one viewer who came through. I'm gonna try to do my videos at night, when my daughter's sleeping, and get them out live, just record them live because it's easier and well, it's still disconnected, but it's easier than uploading. So please subscribe, share, like, and tag. And give me, if you have any ideas or any desires of what you want to see a pick a card for a certain topic, I'll definitely get that out for you, all right? All right, let's see. I'll talk to you soon.